Hi guys, welcome back to Etheric Tide. This is Lauren. We've got our weekly pick a card. Just like always, close your eyes, take a breath, feel into which one you would like. We do have 3 crystals. We have a red jasper, clear quartz, or a blue howlite here. So you can choose 1, 2, or all 3 if you feel drawn to. Okay. So let's start with number 1. Now, for those of you that chose number 1, let's see what we got here. The Death card. Now, I really love the Death card. This one it's like that feeling of inevitability. It's something that is going to happen regardless. You can't fight it, and it's always going to be a transformational thing. So it's where there's nothing that can be done about it, and it always turns out for the best. And I think that when people think about the end of something, they forget that by removing something from their life, they create an equal energetic opening for something to move in. So if you find that you're in a situation where you're ending a relationship or ending a chapter in your career, ending study, or ending even something as simple as a type of behavior that no longer resonates for you anymore, you'll find that it will create this incredible opening for something else to step in that is a vibrational match to who you are. Now, this is a Scorpio card. Now, for the Scorpio people out there, I would like to address you that for you in particular this week, it's going to feel empowering, transformational. You'll find that things that used to bother you before aren't going to bother you anymore. And if this applies to people out there who have been doing kind of the work on themselves, either that be through past traumas that may create triggers within certain situations, and you've suddenly become aware of how those things are playing out. I feel like for you, you're going to have lots of aha moments that are really going to sit well in your body, and you're going to finally get it, if that makes sense. You've probably been reaching for an understanding on a few different things about how you operate and how you have been affected by your past, and how you want to behave moving forward. And for the longest time, there were certain subjects that you probably cognitively understood, rationally understood, logically understood, but you never really felt it. It never really just completely internalized and sat within you. So I feel like this is something that is going to happen for you this week. All right. For those who chose number 2, clear quartz. All right. Now this is a beautiful card, the 6 of Cups. It is usually about feeling nostalgic about the past, where we're looking back on people and places and things that really bring a smile to our face, and usually this is to do with childhood. It could also mean that someone from our past is coming back to say hello, and we have just started Mercury retrograde today, so this is the perfect time for all those people that you haven't spoken to in a long time to suddenly hit you up and want to have a chat, or want to catch up, or want to hash things out. And maybe they're looking for closure, maybe they're looking for more understanding, maybe there's some aspect of the relationship that wasn't fully understood or learned. And I wouldn't be surprised if people who chose the first card might have even chosen this card as well, because I do feel like this energy has followed on. in that sense that you are looking to finally internalize and understand some concepts that you have been trying to learn for a long time. And you might find that the introduction to having somebody walk back into your life and seeing where they're vibrationally at, where you're vibrationally at, and you'll see the difference, you'll feel the difference, and you'll probably gain a deeper understanding of something that you'd been struggling with for a really long time. Usually when people we haven't seen for a while, we have an energetic blueprint of what we think that person is, or when we think about them, there's certain emotional associations we have with that person. But without realizing or without knowing, that person has been going on their own energetic journey as well. They don't even need to be a spiritual person in order to be doing this. They've just had different experience, different learnings, and if this is to do with breakups, it could be that the fact that they broke up with you allowed them the situation in order to create the learnings in order for them to be a better version of themselves. And you might find that coming back together with them, you'll realize that both of you have had the learnings necessary in order to let go of some of the pain that might have occurred between that relationship. So and it might even be that you guys come to an understanding that you may not have been able to or had access to in the relationship as it was at that time, but now you can. So don't be surprised if you surprise yourself or someone else surprises you with a deeper understanding. Okay, let's go on to number 3. So this one's the blue halite. Oh, I love this card. Now, the 4 of Wands is all about stability. If we're talking relationships, I mean, we got 2 people in there that are incredibly happy. They're moving on to marriage and home and family, and it's kind of like the new beginning of the rest of your life. It's a portal, if you will. It's like walking across the threshold into what you would perceive to be your new life. Now, I'm not one to believe that our job is ever done or our journey is ever done. We never fully achieve happiness. We're always achieving happiness, and that's where the joy comes from. I think there may be a few of you out there that may have the perception or the belief that when I get married, I'll be happy, I'll be done. When I have that relationship, I'll be happy, I'll be done. When I get that house, when I have children, when I have a car or this job or this particular amount of money or abundance, then I'll be happy. Because those things in my physical experience will be a reflection of showing me that I have the thing that I want, therefore that's an excuse for me to be happy. I would like you to look at it in a slightly different way. Isn't it fun when we're going on a journey to a destination? Isn't it fun getting there? I mean, we get there and we've reached our destination, but it was the joy of learning, the joy of figuring it out, of having a look at the map and seeing the things along the way, taking the photos, having the conversations, sharing those special moments, the sunsets or what have you, on our way to our destination. It's not about the destination. So why wouldn't we just apply that to everything else in our life? Why don't we find the joy within achieving the things that we really want in life? So learning a new skill. So if we're learning an instrument, the joy of practicing it and then getting just that little bit better and then have that feeling of improving, of going into a new relationship, that feeling of just getting to know one another and figuring each other out and explaining all the things that make you tick and finding out what makes that person tick and all the ways in which you guys can connect and all those amazing little experiences that you get to have. There's so much excitement in all of that newness. If we start focusing on, okay, what's the expectation here? I'm not going to be happy until this relationship is going towards marriage. And if your focus is always there, then you're not focusing on all of the wonderful, happy things that are happening right now. That will lead there. It's just that that shouldn't be the focus because you're not vibrationally matched up with that yet. So I think for this week, what Spirit's wanting you to have a look at is, how am I focused on things that I wish I had right now in order to be happy, rather than looking at what already exists on your journey towards it, and being accepting and kind to yourself and telling yourself that, well, I'm having such a good time on my way to these things, I may as well have it. And trust me, once you get into that energy, the thing that you are desiring will just come on in quicker. All right, guys, that's it for 1, 2, and 3. If you would like to book a personal reading, just look at the details below or go to www.etherictide.com. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate all your good karma donations as well, and I hope you guys have a magical week. Bye.